that would turn around to make our nation or our communities unsafe for us?
Well, that's reality of life. We have a federal character structure where in every agency, every part of the country must be represented. Moles cannot be ruled out. But are there attempts to fish out moles? Yes. Every security service has a responsibility to make sure that moles within you are fished out. But really, there's this sense of responsibility, and there's also this ambivalence. We've over the years believed that, look, okay, that's not my problem, it's somebody's problem. But the challenge is all of us. So should anybody be ambivalent? That's why when some months ago, when there's this issue of elders from certain parts of the country crying for the withdrawal of the military, what I said to myself was, if you withdraw the security forces from Borno State, what is the alternative? Could they offer a useful purpose? Of course, you want to caution, you want to have operational procedures, you want to have rules of engagement that everybody obeys, and if you don't obey them, people are punished. But the issues were not about withdrawal. So this ambivalence of people who should be part of the solving the problem. These are critical issues.
Just allow me to come in here. Sorry, Chamberlain. This responsibility you talk about now, it reminds us of the footage we saw, the discovery of the bomb-making house. Away from that, let's single the lady out there that was talked to by our reporters there. She spoke in our local dialect that she just moved in there 40-something days ago. Now, if you look at all of that now, we say each one should help the other and volunteer information. How do we pass such information down? Like now we're speaking in English now. For the woman who doesn't even have maybe a television or a radio set, how do we get to her maybe in her dialect when you talk about trying to see how we can get this information down even to the grassroots so that everyone will be security conscious?
The campaign will be, like I assure you, the campaign will be in all languages. This public enlightenment campaign will be in all languages. It will be grassroots based. So everybody will understand that. If you see something wrong, you are supposed to report. It's not about English, pidgin English, different local languages. It will be done to the extent that everybody will understand. You'll find that the house that's supposed to be occupied is empty. Somebody should report that this is what's happening. Most people have cell phones now. Fortunately, the NCC is having emergency call centers. The security services are also going to manage centers that people can really call in and give information.
Okay. What about, do you think decentralizing the police force will help in any way, contributing to making them more effective, for instance?
As far as I'm concerned, that's a constitutional problem. But a more effective police force will help solve the problem. It's not about whether they're decentralized or centralized.
What about attitude of security generally? Because, I mean, Nigerians say, yes, time and again, government comes up with certain policy, don't do this. Of course, you know, you shouldn't be driving against traffic because the bomber went through the other means. So it's possible someone might have seen him thinking, maybe he's a security person, and then they let him go. In terms of disciplining members of the security agencies, does that happen from time to time? Of
course, yes. It's not just about public campaign. It's also enlightenment campaign for security services as well. And we'll get it right. The way we've started, we'll get it right in a short while.
Well, now you just talked about some emergency numbers. We have some of them that will call up on your screen. These are toll-free lines. And some are already saying that though these are toll-free lines, but they will need shorter numbers. You know how they do it, shorter digits in other climes. Maybe you say 767. Off the cuff, you can recall that. Someone like me, I'm very bad with numbers.
The numbers are going to be, I think the number is 211. The NCC number is 211.
Because the ones, some of them we have there, some of the numbers from the SSS, those are the numbers displayed on the screen. So, but some say, in as much as these are toll-free, but they would also prefer to have more than enough shorter digits, maybe 3 digits.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making. When there's a problem, solve it and deal with the fallout. These are the numbers available to you, so get it now. And with time, when the toll-free numbers take some technology to put in place. That's why the NCC emergency numbers 211 are not available nationwide now. But with time, we'll get the shorter numbers for everybody to call in.
Okay. Are you also looking at accountability? You know, in recent times, people have said that, in fact, you also said that we're going to have to invest in technology, and that would also require money. People are saying that more money will have to be invested in security. But of course, people are of the opinion that money, a lot of money has gone to security agencies in the past, and this is heavy money. Do you think the security agencies should be a little more accountable?
Are you sure that more money has gone to security services and there's heavy money? You have to be sure of your facts to begin to believe that.
Well, some governors say they've got a lot of security votes. Some cut their security votes from 6 billion, and I mean, they also say those monies cannot be accounted for.
In their budgets,
that's so much money.
Have you read their budgets? And in their budgets, are those votes allocated? There's a lot of information going around that, for instance, there are publications about how the NSA's office was given 208 billion naira and all that.
That means you're very rich.
I wish. But go to the budgets, really the approved budget, and find out what the exact allocations were. People talk about to have scanners at entries to the airport. Maybe one equipment is millions of dollars. So how much? $1 million is 150 million naira. I mean, you tell somebody in Nigeria that you're spending 300 million naira for one equipment that overlooks, who will scream? But in real terms, that's not much.
No, let's also remove the fact that in this country, everybody accepts that most times our contracts are bloated. I mean, people have said that this is one of the most expensive places where the same piece of road will cost almost 10 times as much as it costs in other climes. Take even, for instance, neighboring Benin Republic or even Ghana. You know, so these are the comparisons that they use. And then if we're saying that we're going to be voting more money to security, there's also that, question of how much is going to be more. Are we going to get value for money?
Accountability is everybody's responsibility. If the government is allocating money and contracts are inflated, what has anybody done? Everybody believes that